Hello. We are live. Welcome, everybody. This is Latara. I'm here with Jess and Darcy. We are very excited to be here tonight. As soon as you join, please say hello. Drop something exciting in the chat. If you have never streamed live with me before, I just want to give you a little bit of housekeeping real quick. I stream from a program that's called StreamYard. So up above in the description, you're going to see something that says StreamYard.com. Go ahead and click that if you've never been live with me before. And it's just giving permission for me to be able to see your name during the live. And I'm going to be asking for questions. I'm going to be asking for your feedback. So by you doing that and allowing it, I'll be able to see your name and know who I'm talking about. I might throw your question up in the live for other people to see as well. So it will, if you don't do it, it's just going to say, Facebook user. So if you're not sure how to do it when you're typing out your questions, just add your name like at the end of your comment so I can read it in real time. After the live is done, I'll be able to see everybody. All of us will be able to see who said what. So your consultant will be able to get back to you and all that good stuff. So don't stress out about it if you don't do it. Hey, Kim, I'm glad you're here. So we have some consultants also in the chat that might be answering some of your questions as we're going along. Tonight's live is going to be a little bit longer than our typical lives, and that's just because we want to do a rundown of what this week is going to entail. We want to give you any details that you may have missed up until this point and talk about, the prizes that you're going to get, the opportunities you have, how you can do it, what the grand prize is going to be, and what all the challenges are going to be for this week. So anyways, if you have any questions that we don't answer during any of our lives throughout the week, don't worry about it because we will be sure to go through the lives afterwards and answer them. And if somebody misses your question by any chance, make sure you connect with your consultant because she is there to help you with everything that you possibly could need. Now, if you are in this challenge and you're joining me and you're in this group and you're joining me from a past challenge and you might not see your consultant this week, make sure you send me a message, connect with me, ask me any of your messages, and I'll make sure to direct you towards your consultant. And if she's not available, I will make sure that I can help you out. So anyways, reach out even if you don't see your consultant here because I want to make sure everybody enjoys this week. So welcome. If you are just joining, my name is Latara and I am here with Jessica and Darcy. We are going to be doing a quick introduction, a little bit about ourselves, and then we're going to be getting into the nitty gritty of, the framework of how this challenge is going to take place this week. So Kim, I'm so excited that you are here for this challenge. I know you love the body cloths so much, so that is awesome. Okay, also, if you can't watch the lives, don't worry about it because they're going to be available. They're going to be pinned to the top of the group. So if you're always like, where do I find it? Just make sure you have this group link saved somewhere for you and just scroll to the very top and you will be able to watch the live. All right, so a little bit about myself. I have been with Norwex for over 2 years now. Past December was my 2-year mark. So I've been using the body cloth for quite a while. It took me a couple months to get used to it at first, but now I use it literally every single day. I am a mom of 4 and I stay home. I work Norwex. I also have another business that I do, and I absolutely love that both of my businesses I can work from home and coordinate my schedule around my family's needs, which is really what drew me to Norwex. However, when I first joined, I actually joined just because I wanted our mop. Many of you in this challenge might already have our mop. If you don't worry. We'll be sure to, if you have any questions about it, please ask your consultant. But I wanted the mop for free, so I joined as a consultant, and so I could get the mop for free. And then it turned into so much more. And now I have a team, and I am actually here located in Maine. And Jessica and Darcy, they are actually all the way over. Darcy's kind of like in the middle, and Jessica's like all the way over. And they'll tell you more about that. But we are spread all over the United States, which is super, super cool about having a team with Norwex. So I'm going to pass it over to Jessica, and she's going to introduce herself to all of you.
Hi, guys. I'm Jessica Jones, and I've been a consultant for 5 years. And I live in Oregon, Beaverton, Oregon, so it's near Portland. And I have 3 kids, and I'm a stay-at-home mom as well. And I just I got asked to do this opportunity over and over, and I kept saying, no, 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 not for me, not for me. And then finally I was like, why not? Like, I'm already telling all my friends and family about it. And so that's kind of how it happened organically. I didn't want to do it. It just kind of was like a natural thing that I was already sharing with people. And then I said, well, what do I have to lose? And 5 years later, I am still doing it and I love it. And to me, it's not just about selling something, it's about educating and honestly helping our future generations. Because I think of my kids, and when I grew up, I just cleaned with what my parents did because I thought that's what you did. And once I had kids, I began doing my own research, and that's kind of how I fell in love with Norwex. As far as the body cloth goes, I absolutely love it for removing my makeup. It's my all-time favorite for that. And for my kids, because they have eczema and sensitive skin. So it really helps with my kids just with their skin wise. So that's a little bit of a lowdown on me and my little background. And I'm excited to have Darcy, who's under my team, share more with you and just having this family environment where we get to collaborate together. So
Hey, yeah, so I'm excited for this body cloth challenge. It's one of my favorite challenges. I joined Norwex about, oh gosh, it's been 4.5 years or maybe a little more. And it was a year prior to that Miss Jessica Jones introduced Norwex to me. And I was kind of like, I don't know about this stuff. I don't like the way it feels on my fingers. But once I got it in my hands and knew the power and magic of it, and I was looking for something, I had a little boy crawling on the floor and I was looking for alternatives to all the gross, nasty chemicals that I was putting out there. And so it just kind of all naturally fell into place and I fell in love with it and I found myself wanting to share it. So I called Jessica up right away and I was like, what do I need to do? But the Body Cloth Challenge is one of my first challenges that I really learned more about the product. And you just think it's like a simple little body cloth challenge, like what's the big deal? But it's a whole mind shift in thinking and you learn so much from it. Even today and this week when we go through this, I'm going to be sharing new information that I just learned that I haven't known since like 4 years of using it. And my whole family uses it. I've got many friends that use it. My favorite thing about it is that I can take it literally anywhere. I take it to travel. I take it camping. That's my favorite.
Yes, I love about the travel, and Miss Jessica is going to be sharing more about that tomorrow. So a little sneak peek for all of you. She is going to be leaving on a trip where I should be going, but I'm not going due to COVID. I'm super sad. We're all supposed to be in Punta Cana right now. And well, is it like flying out tomorrow, Jessica? Or what's the day that you fly out to leave?
It begins
I purposely
Thursday.
didn't put the dates in my calendar because I'm so sad about it.
Oh, yeah. So I leave Wednesday and then come back Monday.
Okay. Yeah. So we, and Darcy, did you earn the trip?
No.
Okay. All right. So Jessica and we both earned the trip, and I earned, so you can earn trips to Norwex, and I don't want to go too deep into that, but the reason I'm saying it is because, she's packing. So she's going to be sharing tomorrow what she'll be bringing with her on her trip. And obviously the body cloth is going to be like her key item. And so I wanted her to share because it's perfect, because it's going to show you how she's going to be traveling on planes and, to other, countries and whatnot, and states and, whatever you want to call it, islands, vacation, whatever you're doing, the body cloth is perfect for you. So I want you to share with us that for whether you're watching this on the replay later or watching it right now. Now, Donna, I definitely want to hear from you, and Tammy, you too. So, have you used the body cloth before? If not, what are your, concerns about the idea of using this cloth without soap? Now, we are going to ease you into it. You can go full force if you want to. I know some people love this challenge because it made them just take the jump. But if you need to ease in, that's what we're going to be doing on this week. We're going to really be easing you into it. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about, so for tomorrow's challenge, let me start right there, okay? Tomorrow's challenge is going to be about washing your face and removing makeup. So day 1, Monday morning, I post all the challenges at the beginning of the day. Now, many of you are here in Maine, New Hampshire area, but then, of course, Jessica's way over on the West Coast, so a lot of her members and Darcy's, you know, are spread out throughout wherever as well. So this is my times that I want to share with you. So I always post the challenges because we have East Coast people here at 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. Eastern time is when I will be posting the challenge of the day in the Facebook group. So obviously, you know, it'll be a little earlier for anybody on the West Coast, right? Unless if you get up super early in the morning, you get ready for the day, right? I get up early, and like I said, I don't work outside of my home, and I get up at 5 a.m. every single day. So to me, that's perfect. But anyway, so then I'm also sending out text messages because I also during this week want you to be focusing on taking care of yourself, remembering why self-care is so important, and it's actually not a luxury, it's a necessity to survive and live and love yourself. And so therefore I don't encourage hopping on your phone as soon as you wake up in the morning. I don't. And getting on social media. Now it might be okay to check a text message, that's a different story, but getting on social media is a whole different thing. So I send out daily text reminders to let you know what the challenges are. So what I've chosen for that time is 9:30 in the morning for East Coast. Therefore, it's not too early for anybody on the West Coast because I don't want to be sending you a message at 3 in the morning. So if you have not signed up for any of those messages yet, say text in the chat below and we will make sure that we add you so you can get the daily reminders, so you don't have to always say you're getting ready for work and you're like, I can't get on Facebook right now, but I'm supposed to do a challenge. You can get the simple challenge just sent right to you so you don't even have to worry about it, because this challenge is supposed to be extremely simple and easy because we want to show you how extremely easy and simple using the body cloth is. Okay, so before we talk more about tomorrow's challenge, I want you guys to watch a video real quick. So I think this video is extremely important. I know there are a few of you that are watching that have seen this, and I know it shocked you, but there's going to be a lot of new folks in this round. And I want you to start thinking about what you're putting on your body, you know, what you're breathing in, what we're washing with, and of course, you know, what we're cleaning with, because it really spills over. And we're going to be talking more about how we think some of our products are really clean for us, but unfortunately they're not as clean as we think that they are. And the reason why is because companies don't have to specify exact ingredients that they're using. They just don't have to. So if you don't do the research and learn what you really are using, you're never going to know, because they don't have to make you aware. And a lot of things that you should know is a bottle in the front might say it's totally clean and it's a green product and it's healthy for you, but there's little secret hidden things in there that are actually not good for us. So we're going to be talking a lot about that, because our challenges, the reason we love doing challenges as Norwex consultant is because we really get this opportunity to dive deep and educate you about what's really going on and why we are so passionate about the Norwex mission. All right, so let's get this video up real quick. It's literally like 30 seconds long. It's awesome. You're gonna like it. Maybe it's 60 seconds, not that long. And tell us what you think while you're watching it, and then we're gonna dive deep into tomorrow's challenge. Okay. So, I mean, come on. What do you think? Jessica, I want to hear a little bit of feedback from you about that. What did that, what stood out to you? What really sunk in? Is there something that maybe made you think about what was going on in your home, in your world, or, prior to you knowing anything about the products you were using that you want to share?
Yeah, I always just assumed whatever, everyone else was using was safe. I know back in the day that my parents didn't do a lot of research and looking. And I grew up assuming if it was at the store, it was safe, right? Like Latara touched on that. And then watching this video and you think like it layers upon layers. And I'm 35 years old. And so if I'm thinking about, since I've been little all the time, all these layers that I have built up on my body and things like that, it's just kind of mind blowing. And so now as a parent, and I have a 3-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 9-year-old, and think like, it doesn't matter at what age you can change that, and it doesn't have to stay that way. And so I am incredibly happy that I have this opportunity to teach my kids at a young age, where then the plan is hopefully that they continue to use it and then teach their children and continue on. So it's pretty mind blowing when you see all the facts like that show up.
Yeah, it really is. Darcy, what about you?
It's really overwhelming when you first hear that message because, like Jessica and like you guys said, you want to go to the store and think that whatever on the shelf is safe. And when you can't spend a lot of money, you're buying the cheapest thing on the shelf or what smells the best. And you can't afford a lot. And there's even more stuff, fragrances, and all the crazy things that are in that. And so it can be really overwhelming once you first hear that. But it's so powerful just to know that by knowing that there's hope and that you can start to change your daily habits and kind of slowly take that burden off, which is really good to know because it can be scary. You're like, oh no, now what?
Yeah,
exactly.
It's true. Okay, so Catherine threw up such a good comment. I'm going to share it. Catherine, thank you so much for letting us know it was you. I love your questions. Every time you share, they're so amazing. She says, can you reverse the body burden that you have built up? Okay, so I'm going to talk about that for just a minute here. So I cannot 100% say yes to that because I'm not like a scientist, right? However, I can tell you some crazy testimonials I have received and personal experience. Okay. Now, what we do always like to share is, I'm going to tell you this real quick, and then I'm going to give you the insight. So what we always have this graphic that we kick around in the Norwex world that we like to share, and it's of it's a female, and it's like an outline of her pregnant, and there's like a really there's a baby inside, and then there's a little drawing. It's a drawing, and it's a sketch, and then there's a drawing of the baby's eggs, because if she's a female, as you know, your baby, when she is born, she already has all of her eggs that she possibly will need, right? Already there. And so we like to say, like, what you are now doing to your body also can impact your grandchildren. So the reason we are so passionate about this is because we're trying to get the message out that it's not just about what you're doing today, it's about the impact that we're making years from now, right? So my children, okay, so my girls, before I knew anything about Norwex, we used some products that weren't that great, but we thought they were, we didn't know, right? But now I know better, so I can make a change. So I'm not going to beat myself up about what I did in the past, but I'm going to just make a stand, do something different, and I'm going to move forward. Now, my twins, on the other hand, literally only know Norwex. They only know about Norwex. They don't know about anything else. They have no idea that there's other things out there in the world because it's just what we use. My 7-year-old now, it gets weirded out when she hangs out with other people and they don't use Norwex. And she's like, Mom, they've got all these chemicals in their house. What are they doing? How do they not know what Norwex is? And I'm like, yes, girlfriend. Thank you. Right? Okay. Because I am teaching my kids how to make a difference so they can continue to go from there, right? Like, be aware of what's going on your body in what you're ingesting, right?
Yeah. And I'm just going to add, really quick too, that Amy Cadora did talk a lot about this at Leadership Conference, and she did in short answer say, yes, there is hope that you can reverse the body burden built up, but it takes time. It's kind of a little bit of that detox situation. And we can totally put up one of those podcasts.
Yes, I will have to,
Yes.
definitely. Good point. I forgot about that, so I'm glad you brought it up. So that's where I was getting. So yes, you can. So I actually used to have some precancerous cells that I was really concerned about. And I started thinking about like, okay, I really need to change what's going on, what I'm putting into my body. I started eating better. I started thinking about what I was cleaning with. I started to take care of my body better. I only worked on, I started cutting out, processed things and whatnot. And I got better. And, I have girlfriends I have a girlfriend, she has been purchasing Norwex since I became a consultant. And she actually has always had a really hard time getting pregnant. It took them 3 years to get pregnant with her son. And she was struggling again when they wanted to have their second child. And I started talking to her about Norwex, and we started talking about, what we were putting in our bodies. And she's like, I think you make a really good point. Like, I'm going to start treating my body better. And then within a 6 months time of her trying to get pregnant, she became pregnant with her daughter and didn't have any miscarriages. And she truly believes it is because she was completely detoxing anything bad that was going into her body. And it really does make a difference. One, because, some of these things that we're putting in our bodies are actually making us extremely stressed out and we don't know it. There's so many crazy effects, so many. And we're going to dive deep into that this week. So I'm going to put something up real quick. I'm going to screen share with you guys. Okay. And I just kind of want to keep us plugging along because I like to really make sure that I am careful with your time. So I want to stay on track. So I'm going to screen share, and I always say I'm not that good at it. So bear with me while I click around on some things. Okay. Okay, perfect. So it's loading. So what is our main focus going to be? So we want the non-toxic life. It isn't expensive. It's priceless. We want you to know this, that you can live a non-toxic life and it's not going to cost you all of this money. A lot of people think like, I need to spend so much money on organic foods. I need to buy organic cotton. I need to do all of these things. And we're here to show you that it actually can be quite achievable no matter what your budget. There are definitely ways to make that happen. Okay, so starting off, make sure you grab your tracker. So if you have not grabbed your tracker yet, make sure you check that out. Darcy and Jessica, should they get the tracker?
Yes.
What should we? Yes.
Right? So the tracker is a free guide that I have made for everybody so you can have a daily reminder about what you need to do, right? So you need to, obviously you want to make sure you're washing your face every day using your body cloth. So tomorrow you're going to wash your face with your body cloth. You can even do it tonight if you have it, right? Wash it before you go to bed. Start that tracker that I have provided for you to get you into the routines, because the tracker is more focused on the night. And the reason why is because when you have a good, successful evening, you're going to have an even better day. I'm telling you. So you're going to want to wash your face before you go to bed. You're going to, maybe pick out your clothes. If you work out in the morning, pick out your work clothes the night before, have them right there ready to go. Right. And, go to bed without electronics. I challenge you to go to bed this week without your phone being next to you. It's going to make a difference. It really is. Trust me. And you're going to spend way less time on it because you're going to be getting some more sleep. It's going to be awesome. So get your tracker, screenshot it if you want. It will save to your photos, print it out, whatever you want to do, or do a digital tracking if you don't like wasting paper. But make sure you have it somewhere that you can see it, okay? All right, so get your tracker because it's going to help you really be motivated to finish this challenge strong. Okay, so what are your goals for this week? Write it down on your tracker. Share in the chat. What are your goals? Are your goals, because we want you to think beyond just using this body cloth, because this body cloth represents so much. Yes, Darcy, water.
It's more water.
It's more water. Clean your face with just water. Drink more water. It's seriously amazing. Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia. she's going to do a 10-day detox from a friend. Wait, what? From a friend of mine also.
Oh, at the same time?
At the same time. I'm hoping that means at the same time, not a detox from your friend.
No.
I'm sure she means the same time, knowing Cynthia. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, do your detox. It's going to be awesome, right? So think about what your goals are. Are you going to maybe substitute something that's quick and easy for breakfast? Instead, make yourself a couple eggs that are just as quick and good for you, right? What are you going to do? Oh, Thrive. Okay, got it. Cool. So you're on a detox. I got it. Cool. All right, so figure out what they are. And do you currently have a good self-love routine? That's what this tracker is going to show you. You know, I'm telling you, if you take care of your body at night the right way, that's you giving yourself what you need. You know, like I can't go to bed without freshening up, brushing my teeth, drinking a giant glass of water, getting more water to bring to bed with me. I like to also have my phone. So I don't know about Androids, but one thing that I love about that Apple phone now is I have like a schedule, so it knows when I need to go into sleep mode. And it tells me, because I do a lot of my work at night because I mostly work when my kids are sleeping, and my phone will tell me like, okay, you need to go into night mode in 45 minutes. It's going to be bedtime. So it reminds me. And then it automatically shuts all of my notifications off. So I'm not constantly getting distracted by all these pings and whatnot. So I really want you guys to think about that. So this week, what are we going to do? Tomorrow, you are going to clean your face. If you don't do it tonight, you're also going to be doing it tomorrow, right? And you're going to remove makeup before bed. You're going to start fresh at the end of the day tomorrow. You're going to remove your makeup before you go to bed, if that's what you wear. Don't put any products on. No cleansers or anything like that. You don't need to do it, right? Okay, don't do it. All right, so the next day, Tuesday's challenge is you're going to be bringing your cloth with you. We're going to show you trips on travel, like we mentioned, a sneak peek with Jessica. Darcy, you want to add something?
I have a question, Jessica. I can't put product on my face when I'm washing it, but what about after I'm done washing it?
Ooh, good one.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, so first, like she said, you just use water. You're not going to use a cleanser that you normally do because you're going to give us a try this week and do what we highly suggest. And then afterwards, you can put on moisturizer if you would like. That's still allowed. We're not telling you you can't do that sort of normal routine. We're just asking you to not use your cleanser and to just trust and believe us and giving this a chance. And it also exfoliates your face as well. So if you get it more wet, it will do less exfoliating, and lighter if it's not as wet, it will exfoliate your face, which we'll go into later, but in case you use it tonight.
Yes, she's right. So I actually, when I first started using it, I didn't put any moisture on afterwards because I just wanted to kind of feel it out. And I was quite surprised my face felt rather smooth. It was nice. I use way less lotion now on my body and everything. That was I'm really glad you thought of that, Darcy, because that is super important. Okay, so next up, Wednesday, you can use your body cloth. Oops, sorry, I turned the page. Sorry about that. You can use the body cloth to shave like your legs and your pits now. So if you use shaving cream or any product or anything like that, you are not going to be using it. Now, let me clarify. The body cloth doesn't do the shaving. You still need a razor for that. Sometimes people are like, wait a minute, this thing's magic. It does the shaving too? No. So what it does is it does such a great job gripping your hairs that it's going to pull everything right up, even the hairs that you're not even like aware of that are there. And it's going to do such a good job exfoliating everything that when you do shave, you're going to be able to get a nice clean shave and it's going to feel really good. Your skin's going to be super soft. And then I always just wash back over with my body cloth. And I tend to use my body cloth very wet when I am shaving, just because I kind of like how it feels even more. So, but it's your personal preference, really. But you don't need to use any products when you shave. So if you need to shave your legs, save it for Wednesday. All right, next up, washing your body. We are going to challenge you to wash your body with the body cloth without using any soap at all. Now, this is the scary one. This is the one that everybody gets freaked out about because it is such an odd concept, right? You're like, what? I'm going to clean my whole body with this body cloth, and then I'm going to go to work, and I'm probably going to smell really bad, and I'm going to feel super weird, right?
Yep.
But don't worry, you're not. We promise. Like, just try it out, and we're going to go more into detail about that later on in the week, okay? And then final day, we're going to teach you how to deep clean your body cloth after you have been using it all week. Now, when you're using your body cloth throughout this week, you're going to do this thing that's called the par wash. So after you're done washing your face tonight or tomorrow, whenever you decide to start, you're going to get your body cloth nice and wet under the water. I like to use hot water. We recommend using hot when you're doing your par wash. And you're going to just agitate those fibers together really, really, really well. And you're going to give it a nice little rinse. If you're removing your makeup, you're going to keep doing it until your makeup comes off from the body cloth. And then you're going to hang it by the little tag to dry, okay? And we're going to talk about why this is super important in just a second, but I want to tell you about the giveaway. So we'll tell you, but we're almost done. So there will be giveaways throughout this week, okay? So each challenge, you have an opportunity to be entered into a giveaway. So we have a little link that we're going to have you click on when you're done your challenge. And it's a quick little form. You're going to write your name, who invited you, what challenge you did, what you thought about it. That's it. And you're going to hit submit. Once you hit submit, you will then be entered into the daily giveaways. You have to do this to be entered into the giveaway. That's the only way. So we'll be sharing the link in the Facebook group. We'll be sharing the link in the text messages. Your consultant will have the link for you. So don't worry. You can get the link. If you can't find it, she has it. Then at the end of the week, we're going to have a makeup day. So if anybody gets behind, don't worry about it. You'll be able to make up any of the challenges, and that will get you entered into the grand prize drawing. The only way you can get entered into the grand prize drawing is if you complete every single task. So we definitely give you a chance to make that up. Now, just because we give you a chance to make it up doesn't mean you shouldn't be playing with us this week. You really should be doing this because it's not just about getting into the giveaways. It's about reminding yourself why you need to take this time to take care of your body. Okay, super important. So what's the grand prize going to be? I'm going to be giving away a Norwex bath towel and a hair wrap to one lucky lady. So this is going to be good. I know. Jessica, celebrate it up, girl. It is awesome. So I know you're going to want it. They are freaking amazing. Okay, so something fun I want you to give you a little bit of inspiration. I'm going to share a guide with you guys tomorrow, but this is a quick little tidbit. So remember I said we're going to be taking care of ourselves this week, right? We're going to be focusing, and this is supposed to be fun. So for some of you, you might have already tried this one in the past if you've done this challenge with us, but you've got to try this homemade mask. So I'm going to have some recipes for you that you can make homemade facials for. So masks are required in this challenge, but not the ones we all hate, the ones that we need, right? So give it a try. Treat your skin well, because you might actually really need this, because when I do wear my masks when I go out, and my face does get like a little bit irritated by it, because we're back to having to wear like the surgical ones when we go anywhere, like where I live now, and they do like rub against my skin and I feel irritated. So my body cloth helps me out, but then I want to take good care of my skin. So you can make homemade super healthy masks that are really beneficial for you by using ingredients you have at home. So you can do this one, which is organic honey, a little bit of turmeric, and some coconut oil. And you don't need a lot, just a little bit. I'll share the recipe measurements later if you'd like. And all you do is just mix it together and you put it on your skin, and it seriously feels amazing. I put it on for about 5 minutes. Then I use my body cloth and I rinse it off, and with warm water, nice and slowly, because you're going to feel the honey. It's going to be a little tight because it's going to be drying a little bit. And you don't want to use too much turmeric, because turmeric can be a natural dye. So just a couple, little sprinkles, but turmeric is great for inflammation. And so I challenge you to think about considering making yourself a homemade mask and keeping your skin nice and clean. And it's seriously going to be amazing. And this recipe will be enough to do it a couple nights in a row. So it's going to feel good. All right. So
about that.
So let's hop back onto the screen. I will make sure that I share that with all of you. And I'm not sure where Jessica went. Maybe she'll be back, but it's okay. We're basically done anyways. So Darcy, do you want to, before we go, just quickly recap what the par wash is again and why we're able to go all week without tossing our washcloth in the washing machine?
Yes. So here comes the magic. And this is a little bit of where the mind shift comes in. So we are using this cloth to remove all of the dead skin, all of the dirt, all of the makeup, and everything off of our face. Okay, well, now it's in my cloth. Why don't I need to wash my cloth? Well, the first thing we talked about is the par rinse. So you're going to help your cloth out. You're going to put it under the water. You're going to press it, agitate, and rinse until you kind of see all of that gunk come out of your cloth. Now, what's left, you're going to wring it out and hang it up to dry. And we have microsilver in our cloth, and it will the word escaped me. It will
purify.
Yes, thank goodness. It will self-purify your cloth. It's like magic. So it basically works like, I like to talk about it as a birth control. So your bacteria and all this gross stuff comes up against the silver, and the silver attacks and makes it so that it can't reproduce. And bacteria and all that gross stuff, mold and mildew and everything, needs to reproduce in order to grow. And if the silver won't allow it to grow, well, bye-bye.
That's a super good way to explain it.
Right? It's pretty fun. Yeah. So that's a great little tip. So, and you may not trust it at first, but give it a try. Give it a little sniff test the next day. You'll see and learn pretty quickly that it will smell clean and fresh. It will feel like ready to go again. You can just use the same cloth the next day.
Yep. It's true. It's amazing. I love it. I use my body cloth in the shower. I'd want to say a good 4 to 5 days in a row, and maybe even 6 if I skip a shower a couple times during the week or whatever. So yeah, I love it. It's so cool. And that was hard for me at first for the body cloth, even though I was already using our cleaning products and using our EnviroCloth multiple days in a row. Right. It was just the mind shift. Yes, is super hard when it comes to taking care of our bodies.
Yes.
Which is weird because it doesn't faze us for a second when we clean our house.
No. Yeah.
Even though our bodies are literally touching everything in our house.
I remember standing in the middle of the grocery store with my mom when I did my first body cloth challenge, and just standing there and feeling my arm and being so awed at how soft it was, and just so amazed that this cloth and water did this.
Yes. So. Yep. It's so cool. It really is. So anyways, that's it for tonight, ladies. So if you're watching this on the replay later, please. Oh yeah. I wanted Darcy to talk about our makeup remover cloth real quick. For anybody that already uses the body cloth, we also want to let you know we do have another cloth that's specifically made for removing makeup because it's very soft on the skin. So if you have skin that is super sensitive, or you're worried about pulling at it, this might be something that you want to use on your face to remove makeup. So Darcy, talk about that for a minute.
It's really soft micro suede. You can't really tell by looking at it on the camera, but it is smaller than the body cloth, of course. So it's great face size. It's really great and gentle for your eyes. Sometimes the makeup can look like it's staining these cloths, and people get a little bit worried about that. First of all, we say, well, the cloths are for cleaning, so let's not focus so much on that. But also we do have some tips and tricks to help with that later.
Yes. So we want to make sure we talk about that one as well, because sometimes it can be a forgotten item, but it's seriously great. Mm-hmm. It feels so good when because your eyelids, you really want to be careful on your eyelids. They are extremely thin. And if you're always constantly rubbing super hard on them, long term, that's not really that great, right? So this is a really good option.
And my ophthalmologist actually told me that if for those of us that don't wear makeup a lot, we actually need to scrub our eyelids a little bit more than most, because if you use mascara on a daily basis, you're constantly kind of cleansing your eyelashes and those little follicles there. And for those of us that don't, we are not constantly doing that. And then that's when we get those little problems and eye irritations. So it's actually really important to clean your eyelids.
You know, I never really thought about it like that. Here
Yeah.
I am thinking like, oh, I don't wear makeup. My face must be cleaner.
Yeah.
But daily makeup users are actually, well, hopefully, you know, pretty much already cleansing their face all the time. Actually,
Right.
yeah. So that's
Yep.
a really good point.
I know. I was like, oh dear. Good to know.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So anyways, we thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you're watching on the replay, thank you so much. Please make sure, you know, you ask as many things or interact in the chat, even if you're watching this later. That's a great thing about these challenges. You have time to watch it later. So what I do is I leave the challenge open for 36 hours to be entered into that daily giveaway. And then after we will announce day one's winner on Wednesday, and then we'll just go from there. During the lives is when we'll announce the winners. And if you win something, you're going to want to reach out to your consultant, and she's going to tell you what you want. Okay. So make sure you connect with her to find out what her surprise is for you. And then, of course, you already know the grand prize. So who in the chat, who really wants to win the grand prize drawing? The body towel and the hair wrap. The hair wrap's cool. We'll talk more about that later. I literally love my hair wrap. I think it might be one of my favorite items ever. I've always had really, really long hair. I actually just cut my hair last week for the first time in like 2 years. So I cut off like 6 inches, and it's like still, you know, considered long to most people.
Mm-hmm.
But the hair wrap was amazing for my long hair. Anyways, thank you so much. So tonight, if you already have your body cloth, just start now. Wash your face tonight and still do it in the morning. Trust me, you won't regret it. Your body cloth is going to be dry come morning anyways. Make sure you hang it. Make sure you hang it by its little tag, right? The tag serves a purpose. Hang it up so you get some nice air movement. Remember, Darcy just told you that it's going to be self-purifying tonight. So you're going to have like a fresh, new, clean cloth tomorrow. It's going to be just as soft. It's going to be amazing. And if we sent you any samples of the laundry detergent, hold on to that for right now. We'll give you some opportunities on when we want you to use a little bit of it. And then at the end of the week, we're going to use it for sure. And then throughout the day, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to, again, in the morning, I'll share the daily challenge post, like a little check-in point, right? And then throughout the day, I might share something around noontime, in the early evening, building up to the next live. I'll share just a couple informational posts for you to just learn a little bit, learn about some of the products that apply to that day's challenge, some options that we have. And because some people, you know, the cool thing about Norwex is it doesn't matter what season you are in the Norwex world, you're always going to learn something new. So we want to make sure we share for everybody, right? And then we're going to go live at 8 o'clock Eastern tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Pacific time. And we're very excited. So have fun, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. And make sure you are as active as you possibly can in the post, because trust me, that will help you too. All right. Enjoy the rest of your night, everyone. Thanks so much.
Good night.